Hi, everyone. Coach Mo here, and I am here with another leadership code nugget. This is one in a long series of continually daily nuggets. The promise here for you as a leader in the age of AI, you have to do things differently. You have to navigate yourself with power. And each day, I'm throwing down a video for you to help you enhance your leadership self and to give you an actionable item. Let's dive into this video, which is going to focus on something that I may not have to mention, and that is the confidence myth. Why you don't need more confidence, but you need more integrity. And not the integrity that you think right and wrong, moral integrity. You need integrity with your soul, with your true self, so that when you show up in meetings, when you do work, when you meet with your team, when you meet with your boss, anything that you're doing in life, especially career wise, where you really have to show up with external facing self, you have to have integrity of who you are as a soul self. That is where your true power is. And in this day of fast paced technology, rapid societal change, and all sorts of things moving in a direction that you cannot control, that are outside of you, it is imperative to be fully aligned with you. Now, most women who I've coached over the years, the first couple of times they think about this notion, they're feeling that they need to be in integrity with their wounded self. Well, I'll just show them. Well, I don't want to be political. I'm not like that. And I'm not suggesting that you show up in integrity of your wounded self, because that would be detrimental and self-sabotaging. Those loops, and we'll talk about those in subsequent videos, those loops are keeping you stuck and you are fighting for your limitations. I'm talking about integrity with your soul self, integrity with your best self. In other words, that best version of you can navigate things that aren't always easy or pleasant, but are necessary. Working with your boss and making sure that he or she has what they need to be successful is not kissing ass. It's doing what is required to be successful, even if it's something that you wouldn't necessarily do or believe in. And I've met lots of women over the years as a coach who get sideways with this notion. And this is where the inner work is really important. If you take a look today as your action item to something that maybe you got sideways with either a colleague or a boss, and perhaps do a deep dive for yourself. What could I have done to approach this differently? Where could I have stayed in integrity with my truth and spoken from there? Where could I have been a little less edgy, and perhaps more compassionate, more generous? And I don't mean generous as in I'm always giving to other people. I mean generous of soul. So when your boss is uptight, frazzled, and really needs something from you, you're likely to be like, well, I work hard enough for you. You're likely to get defensive or resistant. So what I'm suggesting that you do in a reflective journal entry is to think back on one of those times and to think, you know what? How could I have been more compassionate to him? How could I have said, hey, boss, it seems like there's a lot going on here. What's the one thing that if I could do for you right now would take the load off your plate or help you feel supported by me? Those are the things that are integrous with your soul. And I know that because I know what your human soul looks like. No matter who you are, your soul is generous and compassionate, wants to help, and wants to help other people feel good and better about themselves. This isn't codependent. This is you showing up with your full soul self. So reflect today in a journal entry on where you could have been more in integrity with your true compassionate soul self. Jot that down, take some reflection. I'll see you on the next video. This is Coach Mo Faul. Leadership Code has changed because we're in an age of AI and rapid transformation. You've got to be moving fast on your transformation. See you in the next video.